take someone like Bezos, how could he shift from the bad side of this to the good side of this? So he announced, he's very early in this.
Yeah.
$2 billion, $1 billion for homelessness, $1 billion for education. The preschool is going to be focused on the customer like Amazon. So I guess you can return your education within 2 weeks or less or something. And it comes
sooner if it's prime.
Huge unnecessary boxing with those puffy plastic things. So a lot of what he announced, it's fine, but it's symptom treatment, right? It's not dealing with the root causes of poverty or inequality. It's helping some poor kids who don't get good educations, helping some homeless families in Seattle. Fine, nothing objectionable. People will be helped. But how could he get to a place of the kind of giving you're talking about? Dealing with civic life, solving things at the root. So first of all, when you employ people the way they do at Amazon, you contribute to homelessness and inequality and poverty. So the first thing I often say to these folks is, first, don't ask what you can do for your country. Ask what you've done to your country. Okay? And first, stop doing the things that you've done that are let's stop the bleeding first, right? Because if you're helping over here but you're still bloodletting, it's not that helpful. So stop what you're doing. And then if you were to ask, okay, well, what could I do? How could I give more transformatively? Let's take one issue. He made his money because of a glitch in history, which is that the labor union movement was very weak as the internet was rising. If unions had been where they were 30 years ago, when Amazon started, it wouldn't be what it was. He wouldn't be worth $160 billion. And I'm not saying he created that reality because he didn't create that reality. He made use of that reality. But that was just a historical fact. And probably in 20, 30 years, we will have figured out new ways to protect workers. That's my bet. But in the period that he happened to make $160 billion, it's hard to think about that fortune having been made if workers had more bargaining power. The model is built on how little bargaining power workers happen to have in that period. Okay, so you say, okay, I want to give in a transformative way. I got $160 billion with a B to play with. Imagine if he said, okay, I can't change what I did. I have some regrets about it. I'm willing to defend it in other ways, but I want to invest billions of dollars in the future of worker power in this country, right? I want to help people figure out what are the unions of the future. I want to strengthen labor protections. I want to fight for legislation that would actually make it easier for workers to be safe on the job, have some bargaining power, have benefits. And I understand that if I succeed over here in this philanthropic work, it's going to raise the cost of doing business for Amazon. It actually may hurt Amazon. Remember, a lot of his wealth is still stock. My $160 billion may go down more from the devaluation of my stock than from giving money away. But that, I think, would be real giving.